health. And the questions need be said, Mercy, why are people like that, How do you manage them when they are manic? In the manic states?
So, like I said, in the manic state like that, we have to first of all control their environment. Okay, that is why when people omunya episodes sana, we bring them in the hospital. You could see that he's on social media, which it looks like a trigger. Okay, off a phone now, he talks and he talks and he will read response. So obi abekana sem na one can hear biano, then or the bedroom. In the side hospital, when you come in, you don't have access to your phone. Your phone free same. Because to be able to get the proper treatment, you have to stay away from certain people. We don't know. Nipa oil will trigger, and then nipa oil will dealer, and a nipa oil will say, "We obi okra hospital now we dealer from no kind of don't worry. When you come Thursday, no matter double way now. It's what dream ya you say, hey sister, now once you sound found of now yes I will
Grandma, my dad, I'm a person with the name.
we have to control their environment. Controlling their environment, is to put them in the hospital. So you put them in the hospital, that is the first way out. We're breaking anything that ever trigger him. He is being triggered by social media. Ain't you bet your phone if you them, so you don't have contact to the outside world. Oh, it's over TV, all right. Over your phone calls. But it was your phone, so your phone for unit. So now, try to confirm. Now your mouth, you're taking your phone privileges from you. Okay? So environment, is one. And then he's supposed to be on medications. So Okasa or any idea, we have to calm him. We have to give him the chill pill. Okay? But like I said the last time, treatments for manic episode like he's exhibiting now, which sounds to me like bipolar 1, they have to be on, Andy, get up from there. He has to be on medications like mood stabilizer, which we have commonly lithium, But like I said, you're not gonna see effect of the lithium in 2 days or 3 days. So in addition to say mood stabilizer and I be taking a little bit time as an ayejumano, we will use quick fixes like Haldol, Ativan, Benadryl, all those quick fixes to kind of calm him down. Whilst we also giving the mood stabilizers to help balance the instability, the mood, and then he will reach baseline equal. Because they need to take his social media from him. Because when you take the social media from him, you have solved 25% of the problem.
Okay, hold that thought. So do you think, say, bringing his children back into that environment now he's in, is that going to solve the issue?
No, he is not steady. He's not stable right now. Internet, how long are you bargaining with you? Say, we know say you are manic, all right. But we want you, if you're able to control your behavior, then we will let you see your children. Because with your behavior right now, you are too erratic. Obi are all exhibiting that erratic behavior. No? How do we bring children around you? Okay, so the first treatment plan, he has to be in a controlled environment, hospital. Okay, secondly, take his phone away from him. Anything internet, they're supposed to take it from him. Because those are the triggers, When those things are taken away from him now, what will happen? He will go into depression. And he wouldn't have the energy because the energy is already hyper, okay? And those social media responses because of post video now, the video is going viral. And yes, believe you or me, internet plays a big role. And he feeds on those things. Even though I'm not saying even though he's manic, and when he get those responses now, it excites him to get those responses now. it excites him more. So when you take the social media and he's in a confined environment, then he's gonna, in a way, no, you are decreasing the mania. So he will come down, he will drop. He will drop. So when he drops now, when gradually he is dropping now, then we can reason with him. Okay, so we understand you. Now he's gonna cry for the kids. He's gonna cry to see his mom. He's gonna cry to see his immediate family. Because remember, before social media and he's being popular in India, now there were people around him. They knew him for who he was. So he's gonna start looking for the people that means a lot to him. His mom, his dad, his family members. You know, I want to see my children, whatever it is. Then they can bargain. If you behave, we will arrange for a visit, or we will let you see them. We will do a video chat with the kids. And if you behave well, then you can see them in person. And if you behave even more well, then you can hug them. Because at the same time, no, so it's not safe. No, you don't do that right now. You don't do that right now. Not when he's threatening Nkolano.
Mercy. Okay, great. Thank you for that point. Yes. Why do you think, say, he keeps relapsing?
Because he's not medicated. He's not adherent to his medication.
So, despite all that, because I've seen videos of the cleanses and in Paibone near.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So, hi Sally. In Jobisam said, why do I think that he's relapsing? 3 things I can think of. He is not managing his stresses well. It's very 100% clear that breakup from that lady, he didn't tolerate it very well. He didn't tolerate that breakup very well. 2, it appears he is still abusing. It appears he's abusing. And that is how people who are on this lifelong diagnosis are. They don't want to take, and 3, he's not taking his medication. He's not taking his medication. So the stresses will increase the substance use, and the increase in the substance use will let him stop his medication, and then the behavior will spiral out of control. That is why he's that erratic. So he's not taking his medication. And you have to remember, say, Ghana soon to say, aha, in Jono, insurance will refill it for you. Aha, it's a wonder of Ghana. You have to go and purchase it yourself. When you are on lithium, you have to do your routine blood work. Because we want to know.
Stop. She's taking it. She's trying to put it in the garbage, but it's not.
You know, yes, it's those 3 things, And I make a lead say, who most stabilizers what? Usually they require therapeutic lab. Ghana, you have to pay for the labs, you have to pay for your medication refills, you have to pay for your follow-up appointments. Maybe he doesn't have the money to do all those things. So what will you do? I better read the piano because or yes so depressed or no read and also yes very hyper or no read I read in the phone. But or yes so manica, he's not gonna look for it, he's gonna look for apples.
Mercy, so why can't he stay like family stay with him when he is stable and as opposed to him living alone?
So first of all, he's a grown man, so nobody can actually say grown man, he's a grown man, so want to mean because they will force it. This all time now. Hey Bashe, and also you have to remember that he goes through phases that he's okay, and he will come on and we will see him, he's doing good. The last time when Mrs. interview, I don't know, can't say to see I there and the mommy, this, that. Me yesterday, so he will get better and he will reassure you that he's not gonna do it again and all that. So, like I said, as human beings, even though we cry to get to a time you get burnout. You get burnout babysitting a grown man or a grown person. So when they see that, oh, why you okay? Oh, we're going to interview and saying about back. Or your show be no account about the episode and stuff, Internet say, oh, you're okay. Then the support system will withdraw. okay, or he himself will go back to environment and as a behavior be a man relapse. But mostly no, it's stresses and medication non-compliance and substance use.
He's also has elaborated on this phrase. Say he used to be popular. He used to have money, and now he doesn't have it. So, and then I've seen conflicting sides. People thinking say Sheda Bodam, which you would, I know you elaborate more on that. And also ebi musti because I only sikano and untina oh yes sir Sheda Bodam attitude no. So do you think say on that basis no it's factual and I say mental health no and a man a niema or no and a mixture of both?
Okay, so when people are famous and then they lose data, it affects them. It's a big, we say fame is addiction. Fame, addiction. That is why there are certain people they will do everything to be in the headlines. They will either say, Atari is so revealing, or they will put up a behavior, the behavior will require people to retweet it or talk about it because they still love. Addiction is a fame too. Fame is addictive too. So they still want to be talked about. They don't want their name to rest. They always want to be in the news, in the headline, in the blogs. People will even pay for bloggers to post them just to be relevant. Okay, so that can be it because he's no longer recognized. Also, we have to remember when he was famous and he was working, it was bringing him money. So if the fame has dipped and he's not getting money, what is happening? Depression. He's gonna go into depression. So when people are in depression, people become frustrated, and then they will spiral out of control. So that is a lot.
Why is he okay? He has lost everything, and he knows he has a mental health problem. Why is he not getting help himself and allowing himself to go to these levels with his maniac?
Okay.
With his maniac.
For anybody to even accept that they have a mental health illness, which is not common, people deny. That tells you that they have come to the terms that they do things that doesn't make sense. There is alteration in the brain function. So when people are not in a even your body cry, say you need a homeostasis. Even with common fluid and electrolyte cry, you see how we present. Okay, first of all, said your old there is an alteration. It is the stresses, non-compliance, also better why it makes it worse. And American say, Ghana, and yet to say, unyanya mental health disorder diagnosis, Abani comes in and take care of you. You have your insurance, you have your psychiatrist, you have your therapist, you have all those things, at your disposal. Ghana, he has to finance those things himself. Also, he will need a support system. It looks like he also has issue with, our bipolar, our borderline also.
Borderline so.
Because the borderline comes in play when Vanessa, he can't let Vanessa go.
So tie all those questions in. Why does he constantly blame everybody but himself for taking accountability for some of his actions?
He will not blame you because to him is everybody against him. Because he's not because he's in denial. He's not in the right mental status to even know say they are all cry and yet. People will say it's only psych issue, but with funny face, he's exhibiting both behavior and psychiatric issues. Addition. It's not only said that he is acting like that because of his underlying issue, but behavior also count. And not the behavior, so I can say I'll kill myself, a behavior. You know why? Because when he says that, he gets attention. He gets attention. But when he says that, wait, make him wait, no, it could also be a behavior, but he knows that they will say that as at the time he made those threats, he was not in the right mental capacity. And you can't hold him liable for things like that. And nothing we don't even want to assume so whether a behavior or a psychosis or whatever it is. So the moment you utter that word, say away, we lock you down. Over the we will keep you there until say a behavior when they come in the environment will frustrate them because you only work in the hospital. We have a nice sunroof. Occasionally we will let you go outside to the deck and move back to ball. And you say a behavior, say a behavior back to a behavior na yama eja or but your behavior na your true psychosis. Whatever you're doing on to say medication will kick in and the bones on best start to say act well. A behavior, a need a moon or day, na. So environment needs you to now, or best something now I could feel them. Unless you're homeless and they want to stay there, they are the ones how can I discharge you on the bar and make them home, then you keep them.
So it has to do with nature versus nurture. The environment now or find it if where he lives, his current residence, according to say, and also you're very triggering for him. Would you agree or not? Because or you can see in his room, say his past trophies and plaques are on the wall. And isn't that a constant reminder of students?
Children, who gives a fuck about children president at this time? They don't even want to be out there. They all want to sit on their tablets. Okay? So whatever thing that he was doing and for everything that he's been through, that's not the only thing. After that, he's been through a lot of series of issues. Now, so it could be as a result of fame now which are affecting the financial income, okay, which are affecting relationship. Tell me, with this, with everything going on, Oba Bang and they would want to be with him. Oba Bang, they would want to be with him. The ex-girlfriend told us all the things that I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm only, my husband said quote and unquote. Quote and unquote. And the girl came and the girl said all the abuse that she went through. So who would want to be in a relationship with him?
But Mercy, what make it a very good point. And let me ask you this question. It seems as though every relationship he's been in, there always is something. The first one didn't have a child by him, so that was the 2 minutes state comment. Now you're 2 minutes man that drove him down. The second one there, Vanessa, there is gonna be forever dragging. This third one, Yabuatima, he was in prison recently, and I
okay.
No, and I Yabuatima and a current one, a driver, Udina Tema, or Saba Vanessa. So how say at this point, Unipa Bako, Ukwa, say. So what's going on?
I want on the borderline personality in the show. Meaning Vanessa.
Thank you.
If I want on the borderline personality, because one thing about borderline personality for is they are afraid to be alone. Because of Omusu buying when Obiba they want to do everything. They won't do the right thing, but they want the person to illness. But they won't also do the right thing for you to stay. They want to eat their cakes and have it back. Okay, into no meaning for me, the minimum is Vanessa, and a baby.
New one is a nest. New one is a nest.
Oh, into no, of course, I can knock on
Of
no.
course, also that one. Oh, girl, ni cried in the pay, mano. But nas as a mojan munina nimno. But I say, I was
In a hopeless
yeah,
place.
yeah, was masu wajano. And I trigger ma obia. I had to listen to all the series.
Patapaka and one goes to be a bed in the grave. We fall in a hopeless place. Yeah, so he's also, you know what? It's just the clusters of his behavior, and I'm making what I'm saying. So that is where, yes, that is where
Bad choices.
his borderline personality shows. That is where his borderline personality shows. So sometimes, no, I don't blame the nurse. And if I'm not child.
And you see, we are asking all these questions, and you can't same way to see say there is not one mental health disorder that exists. It be a multitude of mental health that coexist. And why get careful dealing with such persons? So when and then America said nurses are a bad choice. The girl probably figured him out and was like, "Listen, I'm out." Why you're careful? Like this person will send you to your grave.
Nana. Yeah, so yes. So Mrs. Takitwa, Mrs. Tana Mr. Okasa is all no. Or to say Ayo Beauty. Yeah. And you know, that is where his personality, his borderline personality comes to play. So we can all he looks like he's bipolar. He also has personality disorder. Okay. But right now he's in a very, very manic phase. It could also be that his his fame na econo, which is like a big trigger. Fame no makes him personality disorder. Okay, but right now he's in a very, very manic phase. It could also be that his his fame na econo, which is like a big trigger. Fame no makes him depressed. There's probably no the financial situation bad. Maybe this nurse thought, say, nurses, we thought that we can rehab the person. Into no promoting is, oh, I'll be make sure say rehab, it's capital intensive. And I make for him to be on the maintenance withdrawal, it's money. Ghana to say, aha, insurance back cover, appointment, so psychiatrist near there, so talk to therapist near there. So if he didn't have any money,
Who say he's lacking good support system, which I know said, let's say on the medical aspects in the Ghana, no, mental health is not held in high esteem as is held in this country with the support. But family support, no, would you say at this point the family is kind of burnt out because of his previous history, incidents that has happened?
yeah, they have caregivers. We have caregivers burnout. Okay, caregivers burnout. Ne maame wa bre. Whoever about nurse no, okofa nurse ya abo atwa no nim so betimi aye. When say na okun to me onye nipa ba akoko. Support system does not necessarily only mean say or family nkwa. It goes beyond that. That is why we even have groups. Sometimes you have to attend groups. So you guys can be each other's support system. You talk to your therapist once a while, you see your doctor, you follow what you have, about if you say medication compliant. Also, if he was doing what he loved to do, being in the space what he used to do, or movies that will occupy him.
He made a statement to Kweku Menu and said, because this morning I saw while we were driving, my husband was watching. Or see, he just wants Ghanaians to accept him for him to be as famous as he was before.
So yeah. So then yes. So it's he's a fame no. Fame now is not there anymore. No. The fame that is not there anymore. No. That is causing all these things. And like I said, with manic and psych disorders, no, you never know what is gonna trigger it. He misses being famous, and it's not just being famous. So sikaning back. the fame came with money. He was everywhere. He was doing this and he was getting paid. Not on Waka and or senior man getting be or any stand-up show getting be. The money is not coming. So it's not just about he being famous. Now since he's been famous, but is it coming with money? It's not coming with money. So when he in his skates,
no.
it was putting him, the fame was there and there was also money. And then there was, he had a relationship, he had his kids. But right now it's like everything is gone. And severe depression and what has triggered maybe, and like Mika said, because in your mind it could be as a result of cash issues and stuff. The mental illness or baby relationship issues are causing a depression, which probably triggered his increased dose of drugs. I'm not saying, but that can be possible. Increases the dose of, and then
because Mercy now he's doing it rampantly, like all the time, no, or she, or
So I increasing in money, and that is why as a child I don't start, and I have to tell you the science background. Like I said, when we take Indrobia, when they go into the brain, they interrupt the normal process our brain function. Okay, so ama brain is altered, and you could clearly see on because he has an underlying issue. So yes, so bipolar and stress don't go. Bipolar and stress don't go. In the little thing ever stress so now ever trigger a manic episode, no. And manic episodes, we shouldn't forget, it may go more than 2 weeks. Obi where so manic say 2 weeks, every time yes, on that for 2 weeks and son about crashing. So right now, no, he's not in the hospital, no. It's gonna take him whatever time for him to crash. But if he's still using Apesa, then it's even going to take a long time for him to crash. And no one shall be one and broke and say Apesa or Bayas and I chin cardiac arrest. No one say yes, or the baby. So there is no way Funny Face should be in his house. Funny Face is supposed to be in a hospital. You want to say, I didn't know, and Yejuma. In this animal, what do you need to cells? You are not helping. Or better cells for 20 years, or better go the police, when they come and they arrest you, answers now Funny Face, now back can't show me now. By this time, they should gather the information, which is all over the place. No, they take Funny Face, they don't have to take him to the police station, straight to the hospital. One of the psych hospital, a psych hospital, like I said, based on our assessment in your presentation, we're going to have to admit you. That is where the judge comes in. In the police for the hospital, doctor no, and the catch minimum system. Police for the safety. Young pretenders said they don't even know Funny Face or Wajimu. Police for safety because on the social media he's threatening people, blah 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 blah. So social welfare, so Ghana social welfare no never small police. On our police in conjunction with social welfare, Funny Face we have seen the video on you on the internet threatening to kill people and blah 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 blah. In the normal China, that's someone they make a police station assessment in the who social media no. Then they take Funny Face to the hospital. Omodu hospital one man. Psychologist, psychiatrist, no be assessing no. Like I said, no. In your mind, videos don't lie near there no. And we're gonna have to admit you. And no na a hormone as I said, doctor no, or court, or G probate. No. But before one admitting now, what do you call G probate now and son of fan will fear? What do you call or back what we and son why G probate no while they are in the hospital? The police can initiate PEC, the police can initiate that, and the doctor can also initiate for you to be mandated for treatment. Ama meaning say if you can meaning say wouldn't say you're Ghana, but I have say sana. So Ama, if you want to talk, if you want to talk on that, because like I said, I wasn't a nurse in Ghana, I don't know.
So Ghana, suicide consider as criminal. No as mental health issue. It is a whole try to commit suicide. We're Ghana, you bet you are prison. You have found hospital.
No, I signed to be more. Okay.
Eko.
Baba.
Uh-huh.
Because Chrome ha say un say your famous rapper
Okay,
with
something goes
Kanye
on.
West. Or come in a manic now be say oh enche biana wa call offline.
Waju.
Ya call fano.
Mm-hmm.
And we're making
Hi,
such
Gabriel.
statements way in the past to say Nindro no or far. He doesn't like how it makes him feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
do you think that that's another contributing factor which causes him not to take the medication and then he relapse in turn?
Yes. So, like I said, so many people are more mental issues diagnosis. They try to abuse and instead of using their prescribed medication. One, the prescribed medication takes a long time to work. Okay. Two, the side effect that comes with these medications. Number one, weight gain because it's going to make you ill. Two, because it is going to alter said in order to correct. No, it gives them a lot of friction. What I said. For mood stabilizer, MS stabilizer mood. It's gonna fight you a little bit before I attain you desirable effect. So they don't like it. It makes them tired, it makes them sleepy. Three, they have to take it under MD supervision. So they have to be in the hospital. They have to be in the hospital because sometimes we have to monitor. They say, start a patient on lithium. Now yes, we have to control their diet. Okay, because lithium is salt. So obi lithium, we have to maintain, salt consistency. When we say hospital in the so their dietitian is there. They manage, they almost assume everything that they put it in. So we know how much salt goes in, what's the calories, what. But I would be money lithium now, Jan so go that day, no matter could be 5. Increasing the salt in their, in their body, and also they also on lithium. They're gonna be toxic. Also on lithium, they're gonna be toxic. They're gonna have lithium. They're gonna be toxic. Okay, so those medications are initiated under physician guidance in a controlled environment. It is a lithium now after 3 days. Now you therapeutic labs. Now you say okay, are you okay? Or are you okay? And because they have to be under supervision, they have to check the labs, they have to control their diet. No, they don't like it. The video is buffering.
It's not.
I don't know.
It's not
Chairman.
buffering. And yeah, it's his network.
Chairman is so interested in the topic that doesn't. Okay, so they don't like that. And a side effects like erectile dysfunction, which is true one. And nothing where they tip me the mama. It may lead to erectile dysfunction. And it take it time and some of one sorry. And nothing I will call urologists, they use some of this medication to treat premature ejaculation. Okay. And then the mom was on the tip that your mom talk to your doctor about antipsychotic and antidepressants because a result of erectile dysfunction. Because they won't be patients be not all antipsychosis medications. Sometimes wait a second. Why are you on this medication? No, so I don't know. The urologist gave it to me, and I'm like, I'm not crazy. Why are you taking that? So now I was no, you can't have it. So now we hear medicine. No, you have one. I gave you one already. What the children is going to chill? It will be wreck because they're gonna code, they wanna ask why is the patient on this medication? We don't have a diagnosis, so medication people why you use it for different things. And then the doctor said, oh, I'm giving that to help with premature ejaculation. So yeah. So they don't like that because of erectile dysfunction problems, all right? And then the mere fact said they're gonna be on a lifelong medication. No, they don't like it. They don't like it. Every day we are lithium twice a day. And a power for lithium, and you go for lithium. You have to take it, you have to do this. And so they don't want that. they don't want that, so they won't take it. In this manica, obenum we na a depression. They try to balance it themselves. Say a depression obefa apes, caffeine, stimulant, hallucinogens, na a pillow. Because and also it works quick. Who have time to wait 2 weeks for lithium to kick in? Maybe when we get why depressed, I bet ginger is here, offer Red Bull, I bet ginger is here. So people don't have time. It's just like asking Yamibeye, it takes time. You just arrive and why you late. So that is why people prefer to be non-compliant and treat self-medication, and they turn to substance because they get so why is so depressed. Obia is so depressed or meeting on to make I'm sorry. I want to help honey with powder fita and I say whatever apesa. Acha 2 minutes. They are up, they are jumping like they don't have head. They won't say Obia now why don't I see our bosses are quick. Well, nobody have time for lithium to work for 2 weeks. And it slows. It regulates your mood. It slows down. So that is why people turn into substance than prescription.
So, who said no shit or ocean a downers no use to?
Say or hyper. He's on the manic side, so he will use the Ayana because on that.
Yeah, and he said it.
Funny face has probably not slept
on that for like days.
On that, so they will into the mega nipano. Almost bipolar are 2 sides of a coin. It doesn't work so that form. It they are up anything that has a bipolar 1. He presents like bipolar 1 because bipolar 1 I am a manic episode a frequent than depression say your friend is saying when he's that hyper and he has to use downers to kind of and they don't like it. They on that because on the unhydrated it has said they will be so hyper now body crash they will crash. And sometimes it takes a long time because whatever is going on.
Which I know the answer. On Ticom.
No. He's not hungry. Then
on Ticom.
You know what? Because
our
brain and Rebecca will say, oh, my brain resting. That part of the brain is just it's fine. That part of the brain is crazy right now. So it's not telling him the right thing to do. And normal for human being. Survival hierarchy is just about feeding what his dopamine wants, and that is what the social media trends, whatever. So that is his hierarchy. Whatever I don't know prefers here. He loves the feedback. He's really hyper, so he's not hungry. It's one more bipolar manic, we just give them crackers, juice. They won't eat a meal. They will not sit down to eat a meal. We don't want to give them caffeine. We won't give them caffeine. We take those things from them. We don't want to give them, juices and stuff. We want them to drink, water, milk, orange, apples, into ones or buy only the apple, into the money time. We want to see them drink water, or no monsieur, now milk, na ya diamano. Can I have crackers, na ya diamano? So we don't even when you're median and that's almost this snack yepe. And we are waiting. Also, the reason why a hospital you to me crash your mountain and they say, we funny face the behavior, but now also they say, you better want panic. You better for for Obi money to be able to achieve equilibrium. As I said, many are depression back into agreement. Say okay, ajubro. You smoking peace pipe. Na nipa waba baseline. Sisi no kwana mwana. I don't know. Ebi ebia enye reading po ebia order so use apples. Okay, ebia order so nyoma or snorting or use no a man call up. Yeah, but is here, you know, he's not gonna crash. But when he's in environment, every quite there's the euphoria now only from the feedback. And folk talking about him on the internet, you know, that is where he's getting the euphoria from. That is what is feeding him to be manic. And sometimes, you know, maybe I'm will be commenting, I don't want commenting here. Now I'm it gets you. And you know, when he's in a controlled environment, the environment will kind of force him to go into that depression because it's manic. And also, we will also chemically force you to go into depression. How do we do that? You better walk, panic. You better mount dry. You better force you to calm down. Giddy way or starting with John say, hey, no, Nancy, now I'm a nana, ya wo ativan. I'm a how do I
by this time they're quite stable.
Oh, those are the ones I love. Hey, call a code. Because we have to induce them to sleep. Because the more we go crazy, no, nipa yankopon boy body ni say ye adwuma ye bra yenda. When our manic episode, our body don't know right. Oh, nimpo say and nana won't die, no. Eh, oh, mejo. You know, we will force them, or yeah, hyper sana. We will force them, and when they sleep, we will treat them like babies. We want them to sleep. Into the yabao, any day, how do Advan Benadryl, Zyprexa, whatever, yeah, the bewo. Actually, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Sometimes, you almost don't cry a young. Why? Omo developing tolerance. Omo ye in draw street in this way. I know you're dancing. The mom. Nti dia me dey hard on advania dey a synthetic form of way be. Okay? So no a day no or big grams of whatever. That's a man hard or 2 milligrams in advan hard or 5 in advan 2 anyway. And the mom. Nti dia me dey hard on advania dey a synthetic form of way be. Okay, so a day no or big grams of whatever. That's a man hard or 2 milligrams in advan hard or 5 in advan 2 anyway. And Intina sometimes a yana assign restrain you. The award pan you and assign restrain you. Won't me move it. And what will you do? You will fight. But now we are all having one there. Or tell Gunani no wonder. So sometimes, the moment almost done.
And then it take a crown, sorry.
So sometimes, the moments are almost done. We just, that environment, that is what just we need. We just want them to sleep. It's always a funny face, then go by, yeah, man cocktail, the penance or that. We just leave them to sleep. When they sleep, the body itself, it's calming down. And which they need that. Yeah, well, guy be always lying, because the attention needing your mobile identity and other. It's in the hormone necessary find ways or them copy. But that is something that we cannot control. That is more of him and whoever his team, the support and in therapy is. The best thing is to delete yourself from social media. But that is the part, that is what he does. That is what he does. In we can 3 or 4, whatever it is. He has to be on his maintenance, his mood stabilizers. He has to be on his mood. He has to not just be, he has to be adherent on his mood stabilizer. He has to make sure that he's getting his therapeutic labs done to make sure that in drone air working. Who mood stabilizers now gaining weight, they have to adjust it. Who lose weight, they have to adjust it. Or diet, exercise, they have to adjust it because they say lithium, like I said, it's salt. So if you take in too much salt or too less salt, or even your patient, when we give them lithium, do you know what they do? Every second, what are they drinking?
Then dilutino.
They're like, oh, dilutino. So they're by a drone and So, oh, share brand new into as I say, you restrict your intake. It is your water fountain because of patients like that. Now, yet me hold it, yet me lock water fountain, because they go and they drink. They don't want the lithium. They don't want it to work. It's not bad diluting. They're bloody pepper on bad diluting lithium. No. Okay, so we have to be a wire ready for recovery. Wire ready so or getting you. When you tell them all these things, they will be adherent. And I said they won't drink water, crying. They are not my toxic to the lithium. I don't also mojem. Okay, so everyone's they will not drink. Not lithium, not also. So what would the doctor do? Now we decrease. Oh, lithium toxicity. We decrease dose. We decrease dose. It's what is charging is on coffee. So lithium any man because those too much. Too extra. But in the hospital, he's not drinking. But if you are not feeding or the ayens you or benon san or koji drona or feeling all right. But who is ensuring say it is going in their it's not going in it. Okay? We're decreasing those. It's what is charging is on coffee. Sadly tell me any man because those too much. Too extra. But in the hospital, he's not drinking. But if you are not feeding or the ayens you or benon san or koji drona or feeling all right. But who is ensuring say it is going in their it's not going in it. Okay? How do you check labs when they are on lithium? Oh, we just do the lithium, we just do a routine therapeutic labs. So they are depacots lithium so they. So they draw a specific lab and then they check for therapeutic levels. Instead say a higher and I say a lower, then it I say they can say okay. And the doctors will know. So the doctors will say monitor the fluid intake. Monitor the fluid. Everyone they don't know, genuinely they don't know. So we tell them say, oh okay, you have to watch how much water you drink, because every so on they know, so they do it on purpose. In your home, you didn't but inside the nursing station. It helps us see. Some of them will drink the tap water in their bathroom. They don't care. They don't care. The thing with side people, especially when my addicts, say, oh, to me, who I draw, I will form one, only how long when we try, say, oh, by fashion, yeah, or by fashion,
Wow, yes, they say, oh, diagnosis needed because I don't understand why you are so dumb.
Yeah, my diagnosis, yeah.
Because, hey, me, I would have. I'm sorry.
What to me, for people now, now, so I'm sorry, I'll change you. So, no, don't worry about it, no problem. Because,
sorry,
beat me fine, bro, beat me, yet me, may be a draw, the Shanika Tramasi, while your mouths up. And I won't say, Baby, now, all psych issues me. They have been into prisons, jails before because they have.
Say confirm Mr. Entry because I don't understand why you are so inside. Now diagnosis
how do you take care of these people? You are so impatient. It takes one to know one. It takes one to know one.
You call him clinical rotation. I do side. Me say me.
And then 3 days, one and then 3 days here, because now, because you can't masturbation and I'm missing. Girl, be a fan of one stake, or you're very religious. Now you're then, or you're so religious, and almost say, patient, back, who bow, you need to resolve masturbating. Girl, in your panic attack. Hey, yes, mommy.
Wrong.
This is the wrong job for you. Now you're there, what Hanum say. I'm say also in your panic attack, and then your patient back, if you need them mobile, or you don't know, you say, yeah. Or one-on-one with them, or movie, and I say, hey, Nasa, wow, I won't call me. Now then, why is this so? Why is this so? I don't know where too much for you. And you know where the
Mercy. Yes, yeah, prefer. No, mental issue.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, that's true.
Yes.
That is true.
Yes.
Yeah. Religiously, so we call them religiously preoccupied. So one more way drone crying. One who's the blood pressure on 170/10/1005. One man on the propanol or some funnel, or say, I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray. Yeah, them say sometimes, certain things, whether when we are anxious, and I say, why you're stressed out, your blood pressure can go up. And if you want us to recheck it in another 15-20 minutes, fine. But you better check it, and the blood pressure is not going up. They are calm, they are collected, and instead of them to take medication, they are like they want to pray. Religious. Now more nurse be or patient, but also where you're anxious. Or say, well, let me pray with you. I'm a fire. Yes, there are people for you. And you know where
Mercy.
yes.
Yes, omo yet prefer pa no omo mental issue. Eyampa.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, that's true.
Yes.
That is true.
Yes.
Yeah, religiously. So we call them religiously preoccupied. So one more way drone crown. One who's the blood pressure on 170/10 over 1,005. One man on the propanol or some funnel or say I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray. Yeah, them say sometimes certain things, whether when we are anxious, and I say why you're stressed out, your blood pressure can go up. And if you want us to recheck it in another 15-20 minutes, fine. But you better check it, and the blood pressure is not going up. They are calm, they are collected, and instead of them to take medication, they are like they want to pray. Religious. Now more nurse be or patient, but also where you're anxious, or say, well, let me pray with you. I'm a fire. Yes. There are people like that. There are people like that. We are religiously preoccupied, everything to God in prayer. I know, but then they see the problem and nobody catch and say, "This is what we have seen. If we don't remove this, it's gonna get bad." I'll pray. God gave it to me. You will lady be no beauty mark. I want a minute, okay? Or by I dare not a blocking into am I breathing a problem for her? They just want to remove that thing. Or see a young couple or the man. Into I didn't go, it wasn't cancerous. I don't know the status right now. They really not blocking.
Mold.
Really not blocking. Or say everything on him, on her, young couple on the bone, even at the extent on wrong as he our issues breathing, but she won't take it because a young couple everything on her young couple on the amount. Into no, oh yes, sir, on you. Into the Bekunu cry in Kunu. We also know people that they are dying and religious reasons, they won't take blood. The job is they don't take blood because of religious reasons.
I encountered one now.
But then people if you are preoccupation.